Leave a comment below. Galactic Echoes, a science fiction audiobook adventure. Captain B.N.Rocker was no stranger to danger, but the urgent distress signal coming from an uncharted planet was different. The voice on the other end, claiming to be his long-lost sibling Jamie, sent chills down his spine. How was this possible, he thought. As the galactic echo descended through the foggy atmosphere, landing on the mysterious planet, Alex felt an uncanny sense of familiarity wash over him. He shook his head, trying to dispel the eerie feeling. "Captain, we've landed," reported Lieutenant Kim. "Good. Begin the surface scan and let's get our bearings," Alex ordered, his mind still racing with the implications of the distress signal. The crew of the Galactic Echo disembarked. The uncharted planet's surface was barren, with jagged rocks and sparse vegetation, under a sky that seemed to shift colors unpredictably, like a rainbow dancing in the morning light. Captain B.N.Rocker led the way. "Keep your eyes peeled and stay close," Alex ordered. "We don't know what we're dealing with." After trekking for about half an hour, they stumbled upon an ancient alien artifact, half buried in the soil. The artifact was an enormous obelisk, made of an unknown, iridescent material that seemed to pulse with a faint inner light. It emitted strange energy waves that caused the crew to experience vivid hallucinations, showing them glimpses of possible futures. Alex was the first to feel the artifact's effects. One moment he was standing next to the obelisk, and the next he found himself in a completely different scenario. He was older, standing side by side with Jamie, facing an unseen threat. The vision was so real. He could almost feel the weight of the years and the tension of the moment. What is the artifact's true purpose? He pondered, shaking his head. Ensign Bob Darcy, one of the younger members of the crew, started to mutter, "I'm seeing things." His eyes were wide with confusion. Alex turned to him, gripping his shoulder firmly. "Stay focused, Bob. Whatever this is, it's affecting us all." Lieutenant Kim was already setting up her equipment to analyze the artifact. "Captain, the energy readings are off the charts. This thing is like nothing we've ever encountered before." As they continued to study the artifact, more crew members began experiencing hallucinations. Lieutenant Kim saw herself in a lab, working with advanced technology far beyond their current capabilities. Todd, the engineer, saw a vision of the ship, but it was different, modified in ways he couldn't quite comprehend. "We need to document everything," Alex said. "Kim, can you capture these energy readings and see if there's a pattern?" Kim nodded. "On it, Captain, but this is going to take some time. The data is strange. It's like it's changing as we record it." Alex paced around the artifact, deep in thought. Whatever this thing is, it's more than just a relic. It's alive in some way, reacting to us. Ensign Bob, still looking shaken, added, "And it's not just showing us random futures. I think it's showing us what it wants us to see." Alex paused, considering Bob's words. "That's a good point. If this artifact has a purpose, it's using these visions to communicate. We need to figure out why." Just then, the artifact pulsed brighter, and Alex was hit with another vision. This time, it was of Jamie, standing in front of the obelisk, reaching out as if to touch it. Alex felt a surge of protectiveness and urgency. Whatever was happening, Jamie was at the center of it. He snapped back to reality, more determined than ever. "We need to find Jamie and get to the bottom of this." As they continued their investigation, the artifact's energy waves grew stronger, almost as if it was anticipating their next move. Alex couldn't shake the feeling that they were being watched, not just by the artifact, but by something else on this planet. "Stay alert," he reminded his crew. "This is just the beginning. We have to be prepared for anything." The distress signal finally led Alex to Jamie. "He looked exactly as he did 20 years ago," Jamie explained. "The planet's kept me young. Time works differently here." Alex couldn't believe his eyes or ears. How did Jamie survive, and what secrets does he hold, he thought. "We have a lot to talk about, Jamie, but first we need to understand what's happening here," Alex replied. Back on the Galactic Echo, strange messages began appearing on the ship's systems. "Warning! Threat detected! Artifact compromised." The messages were unnerving. Alex gathered his crew. Todd, the ship's engineer, was puzzled. Captain, these messages aren't coming from our systems. It's as if someone or something is warning us. As the ship was surrounded by the planet's inhabitants, they introduced themselves as survivors of a long-lost advanced civilization. These beings revealed they had been guarding a powerful secret tied to human evolution for millennia. The artifact holds the key to our past and future, their leader explained, emphasizing the artifact's immense significance. The gravity of the situation was immediately clear to Alex and his crew, who knew they had to proceed with extreme caution. The elder continued, "We've been here for countless generations, protecting this knowledge. It's not just our future at stake, but yours too." The crew felt the immense weight of this responsibility, understanding that their actions could shape the fate of humanity itself. That's when Jamie recounted his story of survival. "I was transported here by a distress signal just like you," Jamie began. They shared their experiences of adapting to the planet's challenges and the moral dilemmas posed by the advanced technology. "This place changes you," Jamie said, "but it also reveals what you're truly capable of." Jamie's story hinted at a deeper connection with the cosmos. As they delved deeper into the artifact's mysteries, it became clear that it was a sentient being that manipulated events to bring them together, they all realized. Alex discovered that one of his trusted crew members had been under the artifact's influence. The artifact was using them and intended to unleash its full power to reshape reality for its own gain. "We have been betrayed," Alex thought, his heart heavy with the revelation. "Lieutenant Kim, why?" Alex demanded. "I didn't have a choice, Alex. The artifact showed me a future where we can control our destiny, reshape everything," Kim replied, eyes glowing with a manic light. In the end, Alex and Jamie realized they had been duped by the sentient artifact. They were forced to leave Kim behind as she clung to the artifact, her voice filled with desperation. "It holds our destinies. How can you leave it behind?" she cried out as the hatch shut in her face. With heavy hearts, Alex and Jamie lifted off with the weight of their decision pressing down on them. The experience left them profoundly changed, emphasizing that humanity's greatest strength lies in adapting, empathizing, and making ethical choices. The importance of safeguarding their own destiny became their guiding principle as they soared away from the planet. The ship's AI asked Alex a question as they broke orbit. Why did the spaceship leave the party? Because it needed some space. The awkward joke was met with groans, but just the same, it momentarily lifted the crew's mood. The AI's attempt at humor, though clumsy, provided a brief but memorable respite from the tension. As the Galactic Echo soared away from the star system, Alex and the crew began to comprehend the enormity of their actions. They had saved Earth from a fate far worse than any doomsday scenario they had ever imagined. The artifact's manipulations would have led to unimaginable chaos and destruction. Just as they thought they were free, a distress call crackled through the ship's comm system, Kim's voice, desperate yet alive. The crew exchanged looks, their expressions filled with disbelief. Determined to prevent others from facing the same peril, they dropped a warning beacon, a silent guardian to help the helpless in the future from falling victim. This beacon would serve as a cautionary tale for any who ventured near, ensuring that the artifact's seductive power would never again jeopardize another world. This is not goodbye, nor the end. Until the story continues, my friends. B.N.Rocker.